Today I'm going to be talking about an app called Toontastic. It's right here, the one with the monkey. This is one of the first apps I got on my iPad that I would call a creative app that I started using the very beginning when I got my iPad in kindergarten. It's been one of my favorites from the beginning. I haven't shared it yet because it is a little bit expensive, but hopefully I'll show you why I think it's worth every penny. It's free to download the app itself, and to get the basics, I think you get about 4 or 5 different settings and 10 or 12 characters. So you could still use it in your classroom for lots of different activities and retelling lessons, but to get the full benefit of the app, I think you'll want to look into possibly getting the full access. Again, with this video, I'll be using my Mac to show you what I'm pressing on the iPad. So when you first open the app, it opens up to kind of the dashboard.
Welcome to Toontastic, where you create your own cartoon.
Here in the toy store is where you could add the All Access Pass. Again, it's $19.99 for the All Access Pass, which gives you all the backgrounds and all the characters that they've created. But more than that, it gives you everything that they create from now on. So when you buy that, if they release new packs, you get those as well. So we're going to start just by creating a new cartoon. So I'm going to press here in the middle. And you see it opens up to what they call the story arc. I know this is a feature that a lot of teachers really like because it helps the kids break down the story into the parts. In my kindergarten class, the first times we use this app, I just asked the kids to make one scene. And then throughout the year, as we build, they start adding more and more scenes to their story and get better and better at developing their story. One of the reasons why I really like this app for young children is I think often in the classroom setting, we tie storytelling and writing together into one skill when really they're two separate skills. And I don't think that we should let a kid's writing ability or their inability to write hinder their opportunity to tell stories. So this app is a great way to get kids to show you their storytelling ability, to share vocabulary, to get them talking, and then you can use the videos to help you with the writing as well. So to get started, it's real easy. You just press the paint brush on the first part of the story, and it'll open up the settings. So you'll see on here all the different settings. If you swipe to the left, you can draw your own. You can use the camera on the iPad. And then there's all kinds of different settings. I think there's 54 packs is what I think last I saw. So there's a bunch of different opportunities, for the kids to tell stories. It just goes on and on with the options that are here. The kids in my class never have a problem finding something they want to write about or talk about with these stories. So we'll just do the winter one here. Then in the top right here, we're going to press the blue arrow to go on to the characters, or they call the toys in the story. Again, tons and tons of characters to choose from. You can draw your own. You can take pictures and add your own. A new feature they added recently was now you can scroll through the different packs, and you don't have to scroll through everything. So you can see they have tons of different packs on here. So we'll look for the snow one. I don't know what they call it, winter. So when we go to the winter pack, it's there. The history pack is one that I'm going to put an example of how my kids use this app to show what they learned about Martin Luther King, and when we get to that lesson. So that a sample lesson from that will be added to the blog post as well. But for this, we'll just pick winter. And then you just tap on the characters you want. So we'll go with the Abominable Snowman, and a snowman, and just a boy. And then again, I'm going to press the blue arrow at the top right to go on. And then you can see the big green button to start. So you'll place the characters wherever you want them. If you put them on the side, then they're kind of off the screen to start with. We'll start with the boy here in the middle. The app's really cool. As you move, they move. I teach the kids that if you put your finger on them, it kind of makes it look like they're talking. So when I have two kids telling a story, I tell them whoever's talking, your finger should be on them so they're moving so we can tell who's talking in the story, especially if you have multiple characters. And they get really good at that and understanding how that helps the story as they build more and more. The app is really simple. You press start. It gives you a little countdown. And from this point on, anything that happens on the screen and the audio is recorded. So they can move the characters in and out. They can tell their story however they want. They've added some new really cool action effects where they can add like snow and rain and explosions, which I haven't introduced to my class yet, but I know they're going to think those are really exciting. When they're done with this scene, they just press stop at the top. And from this point on, anything that happens on the screen so and you can see that it is retelling that story that I just said, and then you can move on, and that scene is finished. You have the option of adding music if you'd like to. The kids really like adding music to it. So we'll do a nervous type music here, and then if you wanted to, you could add more scenes. So you can see here that I'll have the option to add the next scene if I want to. Or if you're done at any point, you can press the done button up here, which I'll do. Then you can add the title and who created the story. And then this part down here is what I think makes Toontastic really powerful in the classroom, is what they call ToonTube. So just imagine a YouTube type website that has nothing to do with YouTube. I found it to be open in most districts. It's very rarely blocked. And anytime you share a title or the kids share a title, you have the option of uploading it online so that you can share a link for parents to watch it, to watch in the classroom. And it's just kind of an online hard drive of all these movies where you can visit them at any time. So I'll keep that checked, and then that movie will be sent to my ToonTube. The really good feature I like about ToonTube on as far as a teacher is anytime they create a story, you have the option to publish it or not. You don't have to say that it's published. So from this point on, anything that happens on the screen. So we'll stop that. So what that means is, let's say I have Johnny and Sally creating a story. They finish it. They upload it. When that gets uploaded, I get an email as a teacher saying, there's this new ToonTube that's been created. Do you want to approve it or delete it? And that gives me the option to check it before it gets published and other people see it, which I really like that feature, and I know other teachers would like that, especially the older grades. So we're done with that ToonTube. We could go back to the home and create a new one. We can check our old. So if you want to see the different ones that you've made, you can scroll through them. The kids can edit them and work on them as they want and go from there. So this is one of those that I think teachers would really like for helping kids create stories and to retell stories. The options are really limitless with what you can do with this. I know it's a big hit in my classroom. I will post that example that I talked about. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, please leave them in the comments. I appreciate you watching.